So Chris, Whitby Town fall to another defeat this afternoon, this time against Bamber Bridge. A difficult afternoon for your side.
Yeah, obviously the result ain't good. First 45 wasn't good, second 45 was improved. Difficult day all round really. As I say, the result wasn't what we hoped for today. But I think we've got to do more over the 90 minutes to get something from that. We've had more injury issues with regards to Shane coming off, which doesn't look like a good one. So, like I say, we go away today with a lot of concern, shall we say.
Over the course of the 90 minutes, what did you make of the creativity from Whitby? You've mentioned the second half was a bit better from the side, but in the first half, do you think that Whitby struggled to create any real openings?
First half, we struggled full stop. I don't think we contested things the way that we should have done. We didn't make good decisions on and off the ball. As a result, I think we had one shot off target for the whole of the 45 minutes. As I say, second 45 we knew we had to make improvements. I think we had a couple of big moments in the game. Keys has had a good chance that we've not managed to convert, and Matty's had what probably would be classed as an open goal that he hasn't converted. So again, of a game of few chances, we haven't capitalised, and fair play to them. They've took their opportunity, albeit another goal that we seem to like to gift sides. So the more we're talking about it, the more the frustration levels are evident.
And in the build-up to Bamber Bridge's goal, seems to be a bit of a lapse in communication perhaps at the back.
Yeah, possibly. I think Dan will tell you himself he needs to take more responsibility there. If we're going to receive the ball without back to play, then we need to be surveying and asking questions what's going on in and around us, and whether we've got time to do that. He's just obviously turned blind and turned into trouble, and like I say, that was us a goal down as a result.
Moving into the second half, you made an early change with Brad Mills having to go off. Was that an injury concern there?
Yeah, Brad was he was struggling with shin splints. So on the back of that, like I say, I don't think his performance was great. So we felt it necessary to make the change and try and just ensure that we had 11 fit bodies on the field. And
then later on as well, Aaron Weymouth coming on. Do you think that his introduction made a bit of an impact to the game?
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah. And that was obviously the idea behind bringing him on. And at that stage of the game, we were chasing, and Aaron helped obviously the chase. Just unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Then you mentioned about the goal that Matty Dixon probably should have been putting away there. Earlier on as well, there seemed to be a chance where Kieran Wellergy had a shot, Matty time, and then having his shot blocked. Is that a sign that things weren't going for your side there?
Possibly, but we seem to be talking about the same things, don't we? We seem to be talking about not having, that cutting edge, and not being clinical and coming up with the end product, which again is disappointing because it's having us on the wrong end of results. If we are more clinical today, then we come away with something from the game.
Now looking at the injuries, of course Shane Bland coming off late in the game, that must be a great concern, and that's something that you might have to look at this next week.
That's something that we looked at in real time. That's something that's a massive concern. Shane's arguably amongst maybe one or two others player of the season to date. For him to come off in the fashion that he did, that's a massive concern for us.
And if we've got to look now, we'll see if there's any options in terms of getting another goalkeeper in for next week's game.
There's a lot of things I need to be doing next week, and that's one of them.
Yeah. So looking ahead to that game at Whitton Albion, Whitby not having the best of records there, so this perhaps the time that hopefully Whitby can finally get something right and get a good performance in.
Hopefully, yeah. Like you say, we'll prep with a positive result in mind. We know that, like you say, over the last couple of games, there's areas that we need to improve upon, and if we do that, then I'm sure it becomes a 50-50 game. On the back of it being a 50-50 game, you've got an opportunity of getting something from it.
And just finally as well, of course, it's start of the festive period, so a few games to come for Whitby. So, I mean, hopefully, might be able to use it as a chance to try and get some sort of run going.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, there isn't an awful lot of difference at this level of going on a good run or going on a bad run. You've just got to make sure that you're competitive. You've got to make sure that, like you say, defensively you're doing things right as a team, and offensively you're taking your chances.
Thank you much, Chris.
Cheers.